Okay, Parisha, thanks for breaking that up for us. But here's more from the auto sector. The CEO of the Niti Aayog, Amitabh Kant, has said that the second phase of the policy for faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles, also known as FAME, is unlikely to be announced at India's first Global Mobility Summit. The event is being organized by the policy think tank in New Delhi later this week. In the run-up to the mega event, the Niti Aayog CEO has reiterated that the government's job was to create a facilitating environment for next-gen mobility and added that the private sector will have to execute this transition.
Two things I'm very clear about. That when you try and force things, they are never sustainable over the long run. They are never sustainable over the long run. Don't force. Make it commercially doable for them. That's number one. Number two, don't push for a technology, because the last word on technology is not been said.
Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow we are all talking about lithium ion here. Tomorrow there will be graphite. Tomorrow, day after there will be hydrogen. I mean, a lot of top companies of the world are working in these areas, and a lot of disruption will happen. So there's no such thing as as government, all of us must be technology agnostic, and we should look at outcomes. We should look at outcomes from these vehicles, and rather than look at technologies.
All right, now with the big push from the government coming in for the EV sector, CNBCTV18's Parikshit Luthra caught up with the auto industry's bigwigs on the sidelines of that summit. On one hand, MarutiSuzuki CEO said that practical solution is the need of the hour for the EV ecosystem. Ola's Eshan Gupta said that they are bullish about the EV sector. Listen in.
I think that today's session that chaired by Mr. Amitabh Kant, he also mentioned at the beginning of the stage that we have to find out the practical solution. Of course, we have to innovating at technology, because technology and the industry have to be good for the people and good for the society. In order to developing the people, that life and the society, we have to changing our transformation. But actually, it is very difficult in short-term basis. We have to consider a long-term basis.
We look at the EV ecosystem with a lot of hope. I think over the last few months, the system has really come together. All the industries, all the corporates have come together, and the government has really supported us in trying to say that what should be the right policy moving forward. So we are very bullish on the sector. I think India today has the right intent to create that charging infrastructure to support the number of vehicles we're talking about. For example, if you think about 1 million vehicles, as we saw in the panel also, there needs to be focus on how do you get the home charging out, how do you get the commercial charging out, how do you get charging in all offices and malls, how do you test out battery swapping techniques. So the right intent is there.
Meanwhile, Mahindra today launched its